Howdy everyone! Did you miss me? Because I missed you guys. This time I'm playing Digimon Dusk, one of the very last Digimon games released in the West before the release of Cyber Sleuth. Dusk here was actually one of my favorite games growing up, and I actually can't wait to share it with you guys. A lot of the times I keep forgetting that there are a lot more restrictions on this game, because it's very grind heavy, but I actually like that aspect of it. Plus you can actually get all your Digimon to 999 if you're really into it. And the starter team here allows you to get one rare Digimon early on. For me, I kinda love Beast Digimon. I think a lot of you guys already know who I am with the werewolf thing, so it's not really much of a penalty to go for this set. But the other teams such as Crystallimon are actually exclusive to Dusk and won't really be found in other places just yet. So for example, you got Galgamon, you got Clockmon. That can actually turn into Alphamon later on in the game. Chrysalimon, or at least I think they use the Japanese spelling, Kurosari I think, I'm not sure. They can digivolve into Diaboromon or Armageddimon. You can't really get their Digi-evolutions until Magnet Mine, which is their exclusive area in Dusk. So in a lot of ways, this really became a very good functionality between the whole Pokemon trope where you really had to get another friend to pass you Dawn and trade. And in a sense, that was actually one of the greatest parts of it, because if you really had another friend, you two can really just trade between each other. But that was also the issue because Digimon itself was not exactly as popular as Pokemon, so to speak. The plot here begins with the team of Nightcrow, training before the big fight at the tournament the next day with their chief, Julia, and Gallantmon as their leaders. So far, with this whole thing, you'll see the little cutscene with the Dawn and Dusk thing on the top of the HUD, which, honestly, I thought it was kinda nice, but say la vie, that's just me. So far, we have Dorothy and Newton as our new friends here, along with Paunch, Guts, and Baron. At least I think that's how you pronounce it, as newbies. Unfortunately, we're gonna quickly find out that the training sessions are gonna come in handy as we move about. And no, not just because of the music. Even the newbies still want to follow us though, so you really can't blame them for this. Funny enough, Dusk is the only one that has this opening sequence. In Dawn, you actually just go straight to the tournament. To be fair, I'm kind of a little miffed that we don't have exclusive scenes or junk where that changes depending on which game you play. I mean, besides the obvious things. You don't really have an opening sequence for Dawn that's exclusive compared to Dusk. But, as I said before, the game here is notorious for being grind heavy. So essentially, you're only really limited by your time usage and what Digimon are exclusive to being hatched or in other versions. For some Digi-evolutions, you can only get Digimon if you befriended, or in this case, you got the Digimon that is looking for. So say you want to get an Airdramon Digi-evolution. Sometimes it'll only say that you can get it if the requirement is having an Airdramon. But it'll say if you befriended them, so. I think another problem with the Digimon games is that a lot of it was not exactly catered to most normal audiences in the same genre. The localization isn't really bad, so to speak, but the way that they put some things kind of also pushed the people off, I guess, because when you see befriended or hunkering down for using defense, it gets a bit confusing and it honestly seems a bit complicated where most people really wouldn't want to deal with it. On the other hand, the fighting system is also customized too. You can receive new attacks from Digi-evolution and keep them as you progress down to newer mons. So say if you like to move that Lunamon had learned, and you want to pass it on to say her Digi-evolution, you can totally do that, as long as it's not their special move at the bottom of their move list. And as you can see, Newton's also kind of a sore loser, but we love him. As much as I'd like to though, I really want to go see Dorothy in action because we don't really see her Digimon. I think you fight her in Dawn, but hell, I don't even know myself. Now here is where the plot comes in. We don't exactly know why an earthquake started, but something's going on with the Digimon here. Specifically since the case is like they're gonna kill us even though like the game is what? For 7-year-olds and up? Even though this is a tutorial, Dorothy gives us some sound advice in terms of just making sure your Digimon are actually grouped up together so that, depending on the Digimon, they'll give you a slight boost to your stats. In some cases, it's going to be Spirit, which is basically their all-around defense and attack, their defense, and even their speed. Spirit itself, it's a very odd stat. To this day, I'm still a bit confused about it because Spirit is just meant to be like an all-around base. It kind of got confusing as to like what it could be. At first I thought it would probably be like, you know, Spirit for magical attacks or for physical attacks or just for like the physical offense and stuff, but it wouldn't really make sense as much. I also thought this would also be like towards healing if that was the case, but most healing items you're going to be using are pretty set, so it's something I want to go over with you guys sometime, maybe like in this playthrough, that we can find some of these mysteries together and really figure out some of this game's mechanics that I think a lot of people don't really appreciate too much, or really know about. This is actually the reason why I wanted to like play the game, because not many people really know about the old Digimon games. Thankfully, we have Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory. So I want to thank you guys again for really dealing with this, and me, to actually watch this playthrough. I really do appreciate it. Honestly, Vilemon aren't really that hard to take care of, so this would be a cinch if I could just speed this up a little bit. There we go. As you can see, they're not exactly the greatest when it comes to thanking people, but hey, we love helping out the newbies. It's what we do. In the meantime, we have to actually go talk to Julia because everyone else is just basically just wiped out over these Vilemon, even though I think they're rookies or champion levels. And ironically enough, Julia just doesn't really give a shit about it because she just knocked them out in one blow. And it's even more funnier because she claims that like her Digimon never broke a sweat, but it seems as if she just punched the hell out of a Vilemon herself like nothing happened. And now there's that creepy figure. What's confusing is that now, what was that? Who could it have been? And why was it laughing? Basically, we believe that that's actually what's been going around and causing the Digimon to act in a ruckus. But so far, until we actually get farther in, can't tell you guys any spoilers. Oh, and I do sort of hate this little montage, so I'll just skip through. Yeah, it's a lot of dialogue, and just watching an Angemon smack into a Mushroomon, it's not really helpful. I mean, all it really is just Newton telling you that, you know, you're in the Group B, you're late because you woke up late, which I am very, very guilty of, because that's what I do. And we're next. I'm assuming that he knocks Punch, or it's... yeah, I think he knocks Punch out, and it's our turn to actually fight him out. So for now, we're just gonna, like, check over the Digimon. We have Luna, Gao, and Alpha. Let's just make sure we have everything. I think we should be pretty much set for this. So, for the next episode, I'm going to take on Ko of Lightfang, and I am going to show you guys how I roll. In the meantime, like and subscribe, and thank you guys so much for checking out the video. Ciao!